Hi boys and girls, it's Mrs. Paddock. For science we're learning about bees, and I'm going to do a little bit of information for you. So we're going to do it into 3 parts just to make it a little bit easier for you. And so we're going to start off with part 1 right now, and I'm going to show you a little bulletin board, and we're going to discuss some of the items on this little bulletin board, okay? So we're going to start off right here. What does a honey bee look like? Well, like all insects, a honeybee has a head. And so if we look carefully at this picture here, there's the head, okay? And it has a thorax, okay? And so the thorax is this part in here. And it has an abdomen, and this is that part of the bee, okay? So head, thorax, abdomen, okay? So 3 parts. It has 5 eyes, and it has 2 big compound eyes and 3 simple eyes. Honeybees have 2 stomachs. They have a regular stomach and they have a honey stomach. And they also have pollen sacs that are attached to their legs. So if we look at this picture here, we can see this bee has pollen sacs on its legs here. It's these kind of yellowy, orangey things called pollen sacs. So very cool. We're going to move on to the next part. Honeybees are social bees. Honeybees live in groups called colonies. As many as 60,000 bees live together and share the work. Each colony has only 1 queen, a few male bees called drones, and many female worker bees. Honeybees can live in the wild in places like hollow trees, but most now live in hives that are looked after by beekeepers. Okay? Watch out for that stinger. The stinger has a sac of venom attached. So if we look here at this picture, you can see the stinger right here. It's obviously located at the back of the bee, okay? And scrape the stinger off with your fingernail if you ever get stung, rather than trying to pull it out. That way you'll get rid of the venom sac rather than just kind of having the venom kind of go into you. Worker honeybees will die after stinging a human, but will not die if they sting other bees or insects. Okay? Let's dance. Bees dance to tell other bees where to find pollen and nectar. A circle or round dance says there are flowers close to the hive. A waggle dance says the flowers are far away and tells other bees which way to go. So if we look at the directions for the bee, so this one is a circle dance, okay? And this one is a little waggle dance, waggle, waggle, waggle. So those are the 2 types of dances that bees do to tell others where to go find flowers. The importance of pollination. Bees carry pollen from flower to flower. The flowers use the pollen to make seeds. The seeds grow into new plants. To make a small jar of honey, bees must visit at least 2 million flowers. That is crazy, isn't it? So here, if we look carefully at this flower, we can see the bee is on top and it's collecting some of the pollen there, and then the seeds will actually grow inside here. Okay, so there we have it. So there's a little bit of information about bees. This was part 1. We will talk about the life cycle in part 2, and then some of the other information about bees in part 3. So 3 parts. This was our first part. Hope you learned a thing or 2 about bees. Love you lots, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.